friends, we have the chapter Interference and Diffraction in HSC board. It's a important section from the boards and JEE part of view. So we have interference and it has two types, that is constructive and destructive interference. We have interference, as we can say it as interference is the modification in the intensity of light when two waves superpose or interfere with each other. That there takes place a distribution, or we can say redistribution, of energy whenever there is interference of two waves. General condition at our level is to consider that the two waves that are interfering are coherent in nature and are in the same phase. Let's see what is constructive interference. Now, generally, constructive interference is when two crests or troughs interfere with each other. That is, either the both of them are crests or both of them are troughs. And if one crest and one trough takes place, then that is destructive interference, or vice versa. That is one trough or one crest and whatever. That is destructive interference. Now we have that two crests and two troughs interfere, so there will be maximum displacement at the point of their interference. That is, if we consider this situation where two waves interfere with each other which are coherent in nature, here we can consider this two slits which are near to each other, and we'll represent the crests with the perfect line and the dots with the dots for the troughs. Now this one is going to act as a secondary source, and we have a major source over here which is emitting light of same frequency and the same phase. So these are the points. These are the points where we are gonna have constructive interference, because these are two troughs interfering with each other and these are two crests interfering with each other, and where these points which are represented here and here and here and here, these are the points where destructive interference will take place, because there is one crest and one trough which are interfering with each other. So moving ahead, my dear friends, we can say that we'll have to consider an experiment where we have a screen which we name as X and Y, and there's a another apparatus which is two slits, and we have a major source over here which is going to emit the light which is at equal distance from both of these points, and these both points are at equal distance from a point O on the screen, and we'll see what happens. Now consider a point P on the screen which is taken as a random point in the medium. The path difference between the waves reaching at the point P from both of the points these and these, the path difference will be given as I'll show. The point P, if we are considering the case of just constructive interference, then we can say that the path difference of the light reaching at the point P should be a multiple, or we can say even multiple of lambda by 2. That is lambda by 2n times lambda over 2. That should be the ideal path difference for two waves coming from this source and this source meeting at the point P, and if this is what I say as a path difference, we'll represent it as delta x. If delta x is equal to 2n times of lambda over 2, then we have constructive and no destructive interference at point P.